how much your account has actually generated?
I would say, I've done almost 15%, so that's 3 months, that's 5% a month, which is the average, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What is your professional background?
I'm in the information technology field, cybersecurity to be exact, and I've been in IT for my career, my entire career. So I have all experience in all sorts of different IT disciplines.
Nice. Okay. Love it.
Mhm.
How long has that career been spanned over?
30 years now.
You started when you were 5 years old?
I wish. No, I started when I was 25. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you don't look like you've aged a day over 35.
Well,
You know,
thank you.
in IT for a long time, and
Uh-huh.
you've been, building your career in that way. Has it been like as a consultant? Has it been, something kind of more like, employee based, or how did that look for you?
Yeah, it's been mostly employee based, but I have done some consulting on the side. Right now, I'm the chief information security officer for a major California department.
Nice. Okay, love
Yeah.
it. And so are you kind of, just loving what you do, and it's not something that you're looking to kind of retire anytime soon, or how does that look for you in terms of retirement?
Yeah, for in terms of retirement, I mean, I joined the state for specifically that benefit, because not too many places have retirement pensions anymore, right? That was mainly why I joined the state, was for job stability and retirement. It just happens to be so that I do like what I do. I love technology. I love everything about it. So yeah, it's something that I enjoy to do.
Yeah, I love it. That's
Yeah.
excellent. So, I mean, it's always good when, because there's like 80% of people in the country don't enjoy what they do,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
so you fitting into that 20%, I'm a part of that 20%, so it's definitely
Mhm.
a positive thing. And so what was the impetus, or what was the reason why you decided that you wanted to have like another stream of income that was working for you?
Well, I think I've always looked for an extra stream of income because I didn't want to just solely rely on one source of income, because I mean I've worked in the private sector, in companies that come and fly by night,
Yeah.
companies, and you think that you're doing a good job for this company, and out of nowhere they do layoffs, they get bought out, and you're left scrambling to find another job.
Yeah.
So
So
I've always been interested in finding multiple streams of income.
understood. And what
Mhm.
have you tried in the past, or what do you have that's outside of, your primary source of income?
I've tried numerous things. I mean, you name it, I've probably tried it. I've tried, real estate. I've tried the whole Amazon thing. One of the things that I've tried that I do love is trading, right? So, I love trading. It takes a long time to master it. That's why this ATN really caught my attention, right? So it kind of goes in line with what I'm really loving to do. I'm really loving the results so far.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And what kind of real estate do you already have? Are they rental properties? Are they kind of buy and flip, or what kind of space do you get in there?
I have tried buy and flip. I didn't like it so much. It was a lot involved, a lot of work. I didn't think the rewards were worth it. So time consuming. I couldn't see doing that, long term. I did maybe one deal, and that was it. I knew I didn't want to keep doing that. Right now, I have a second house that I'm renting, but that's the extent of my real estate. I have looked into multifamily, but that's incredibly more complex as well, and very time consuming. And
Yeah.
kudos to people who stick with it and can be successful at it. But man, I'm just like that. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hilarious. I'm smiling big because that's exactly my situation. Bought this home like in 2020, and then, it's done well in value and things like that. So, that was a good purchase. And then we, about a year and a half ago or so, we purchased a fourplex in Tucson, Arizona. I'm in Southern California now, and we purchased a
Okay.
fourplex in Tucson, Arizona. that didn't work out the way that we expected. There was a lot more
Mhm.
hands-on,
Mhm.
responsibility that we had, and we thought it was just going to be send it to a property management team, and it's going to be good and gravy,
Mhm.
and it wasn't. It was far from it. The occupancy was pretty low, and all those things. So we're just getting to the finish line of being able to sell it, right? We're
Mhm.
closing on the sale on the 15th of
Mhm.
July. And so we're, definitely like happy to be getting out of it because it's addition by subtraction. And then,
Yeah.
we have a home that we just purchased in Arizona and in Phoenix, and so we'll be moving there in the fall, and then renting this place. So it'll be the same
Yeah.
situation. We tried one, investment property, and then we got the second home that's rented out and everything. That's kind of the way. I don't know that real estate is for me either. So
Yeah.
I
It's
agree.
a lot of work. Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of work. And
Yeah.
and about trading, right? Like what type of trading do you do? Stocks? Do you do futures? Do you do day? Do you do swing? What do you do?
I'm mostly a day trader. I trade indices and forex right now. I'm a prop firm trader, so I got funded for a large account, and I trade that account. So I trade with other people's money, not my own.
How has the experience been in terms of like the payouts? Has that worked?
Yeah, it was a little bit challenging because you have to find the right prop firm. I passed two challenges. I got funded for two accounts, but then when it came to payouts, like the companies were kind of shady. They were stalling on payments, but I think I found a solid one right now. Yeah.
If you don't want to say it out loud, that's fine. But if you want to put it in the chat, that would be great because we definitely have tried our hand at prop firms on a personal level as
Hmm.
an executive team. We kind of test out some things, and that's been our experience, right? It
Hmm.
just has been like I've been paid out maybe 3 times out of like 15 potential payout opportunities, uh,
Hmm.
and from different firms, and it's just like, look, we can't promote this type of an opportunity if it doesn't actually like pay out. So
Hmm.
if you know of who does pay out in the right way, okay, excellent. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. We'll definitely, check them out and see if they're try our hand with them as well. But thanks for that. So
Yeah.
so you've been doing, trading as well as you've kind of looked into Amazon. Did you actually look into it and purchase anything, or did you just like you saw it and as an opportunity and you didn't actually engage?
I was this far from pulling the trigger. I was approached by this company. They said, we'll build you an Amazon account. We'll manage everything. We'll warehouse all the goods. We'll take care of everything, and you just provide us the funds to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's the more due diligence I did on it, the less confidence I had that it was going to work out. So I didn't pull the trigger on it. It
Yeah.
would have cost me. It would have cost me upwards of 50K.
Wow. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
Exactly. And that's,
Hmm.
I lost, 2 times that amount doing e-commerce, and
Hmm.
it didn't work out in the way that they promoted and they said, and so you probably dodged a bullet there. You let your
Hmm.
intuition speak for you. That's positive because it just ends up being it's really uh, it's like actually owning a business where it's like you don't want to actually take profits from your own business that you've started for like 2 or 3 years,
Hmm.
right? And
Right.
that's the way that e-commerce is set up.
Right.
You
Right.
constantly have to repurchase inventory, and the turnover time can be 2 to 3 months. So it's kind of
Hmm.
turning pretty slow and all of that stuff. It definitely is. It's not as quick. It's not as like,
Hmm.
as profitable as early on as what they may have, led on.
Right.
So you kind of dodge those bullets. Okay. And so then for you, you've tried, some things before, and things are maybe not as passive, but how did you actually hear about us? Was there like an ad or like a video of some sort that stuck out to you?
Yeah, it was, for some funny reason, you guys just popped up on my Facebook feed, and I watched the video, went to the website, yeah, just requested more information, talked to John Lee, watched all the videos, all the testimonials, and I'm like, man, there's no way that these guys can fake all these testimonials. There's got to be some truth to this, right? So yeah, it was just really up my alley, and I was just praying to God that it was going to work, and it's working right now. And yeah, I'm just so happy to come across you guys.
I love it. And how did
Yeah.
you actually feel before you decided to join ATN? I know that you saw the ads, right? You saw testimonies, you spoke to John Lee, you
Mhm.
maybe, felt, a level of maybe excitement, but did you feel skeptical? Were you nervous at all before you actually decided to join?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just based on my past experience with, different types of, money making opportunities. And yeah, it was, I didn't join right away. Talked to John Lee, and got all the information, kind of absorbed it, digested it, kept watching the testimonials. And it was probably like, a good 6 months went by, and then John Lee reached out again, and then we talked again, and what I really appreciate is that it wasn't a pressure call. Right? It's like, we want to make sure this is right for you. We've turned away customers who, we don't want to, like, them to, like, over leverage and stuff. We want people to succeed comfortably, right? So that was reassuring for me too. That he wasn't pressuring me to make a sale, or buy something, or whatnot.
Yeah, I love it. And
Mhm.
that's kind of what we do, right? We have, representatives. We don't have, a sales team of sorts.
Mhm.
It's just more so people that have, the product themselves, are, products of the product, and are able to advocate for it in an honest and genuine way. And if it makes sense,
Mhm.
then excellent. If it doesn't, and of course you fit the criteria, right? There's a
Mhm.
lot of people that are disqualified even from the representatives level. And if there's, an opportunity to extend an invitation, then we will, and, there won't be any pressure. So how was the actual setup process? Did you get set up with Julio, or was there somebody else that helped you?
Akila helped me get set up. Yeah, and from start to finish, the whole team has been fantastic. Very smart individuals, very personable, very relatable and transparent. Always very responsive to any questions that I had, and I really appreciate that great teamwork and customer service.
I love it. We've
Yeah.
been built off of the actual client experience. I've been burned by, other automation options,
Mhm.
get money, passive income or whatever opportunities, and to the tune of more than six figures. And one thing that I knew outside of the fact that the actual mechanism didn't work, the client experience in terms of the, interactions were leaving a lot to be desired. I started my career in customer service, and I understand that you can have a great product and horrible customer service, and the client experience is not as good as it could be, or
Mhm.
vice versa, great customer service but a horrible product, and it doesn't really matter how good the customer service is. So we
Right.
wanted to we knew we had a great product, we knew we had something that genuinely works, but we had to make sure that the client experience as well was top of the line, because I know how important it is. Julio knows how important it is, and that's what we're founded based off of. So I'm glad to see
Mhm.
that, we're doing pretty well there. How about
Yeah.
ongoing communication? Has it been difficult to reach anyone? Have you been getting updates the way that you want? How's that looked for you?
Yeah, it's been great. I get the regular updates from Julio on Telegram, and then whenever I have a question or need to communicate with anyone on Slack, they're very responsive. So yeah, I love it. I love that communication.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And maybe that's what makes ATN different. But what in your eyes, based off of other things that you've tried in the past or looked into, what do you feel like makes ATN maybe different?
I think a sense of genuine people, who have been where I've been, who just want to succeed, and helping other people, succeed, you know, and making you feel like you're not out there alone once you join, you join a family,
Yeah,
So,
love it. Well, that's what we consider ourselves, a large community of like-minded individuals that do want to continue to succeed, and have things working on their behalf, right? Work as
mhm.
hard as they do, in the background. And so for you, do you actually mind pulling up your screen and sharing your screen? Talk me through this. I see the numbers in green. What did you start with? Where are you at now?
I started with 100K exactly.
Okay. All right. And so in total, the count has done just about 15,000, and then it looks like the
Mhm.
net was just under 12,000. Is that right? Okay. Is that is it when did you actually start the account? When was like the first day of trading for you?
It was sometime in April. Can I get that in my statements?
In the last 30 days, do you know how much your account has actually generated?
I would say, I've done almost 15%, so that's 3 months, that's 5% a month, which is the average, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
And I mean, how do you feel about those type of results?
It's good. It's continually, making money. Because I know as a trader, right? I know how difficult it is to not go up and down with your balance, right?
Yeah.
And this, I don't know how they do it, but it continues to keep just, growing positively. There's like no large like losses, and then you have to make up those losses, kind of like, the cycles in trading. So,
And I'll
that's
tell
all.
you, and the reason why that is the case is because the number one strategy that our trading team imparts is capital preservation.
Hmm.
It's like, the bot, the algorithm, their job is to make money, while the
Hmm.
trader's job is to not lose money. And so they're doing their job effectively when you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that, it's not going down, which is what we want. And so with that, I mean, $12,000. I mean, I know a big portion of that, even as well as the last 30 days. I mean, for you, was that a kind of a part of the goal that you had? Is that looking like you wanted it to look, or was that maybe a little underwhelming for you? How does that actually look on your end?
Well, like I said, when I first joined, everyone was telling me, let's set your expectations, let's be conservative, right? Kind of expect like around averaging 5% a month, and that way you won't be disappointed. I mean, some months, we could be way above that, but usually set your expectations to 5% a month, and it's been on par with that. So,
I love it.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's what we want. We want to make sure
Hmm.
that expectations are in line with what you
Hmm.
actually get. And there's a reason why you joined, and you
Hmm.
felt like we were transparent and authentic and all
Hmm.
those things. And so that's what we aim to continue to deliver for you. So how quickly did you actually start making passive income after you had your account set up?
Like the next day.
Love it. And
Yeah.
and so for you, where would you actually rank ATN in terms of the other ventures that you've tried in the past or came close to trying?
Number one, man. I'm
What what
telling you.
makes what makes you say that?
Because, there's no effort. It's passive, truly, truly passive income. And you're consistently making money. And, it's a no-brainer. With everything that, I've experienced in my life in terms of opportunities out there, this is number one, hands down. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for you, compared to like stocks or real estate, like how have the returns been? And I'm looking at the calendar. I mean, it hasn't been a full 3 months yet. It's been just over 2 months since your
Hmm.
account started. So if it's
Yeah.
at
So, yeah.
15% gross, that's closer to an average of like seven plus percent.
Yeah.
So how have the returns looked for you compared to normal vehicles that are out there?
Definitely you could make more money in other ventures, but you have to be in the right place at the right time, extremely lucky,
Yeah.
right? And you have to work hard at it. With this, I mean, if we're evaluating like quality of life and all that, which can be really quantified, I would say, this rates above them all in terms of, return versus effort, and quality of life,
Love it. I love it.
yeah.
And on your end, right, like considering this continues on and we're able to do like in terms of the year over year, which what we expect is 60 plus percent.
Hmm.
And considering that the trend continues the way that it is, how likely are you to actually recommend us?
I'm recommending you guys already. I've mentioned it to, family and friends. It's just unfortunate that some of them, they really love the idea and they see like, my results. So they're, I don't know what they're doing in terms of their financials, but
Mm.
I'm sure they're looking at that, and yeah, hopefully I get some friends and family to join.
I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
And it's going to be on their terms and
Hmm.
everything. You're just
Right.
going to you're just going to
Mm-hmm.
continue to be, making the passive income that you intended and
Mm-hmm.
why you joined in the first place in the meantime. So why should someone that maybe doesn't have you directly there to show your screen or to show your phone or whatever it is and be able to talk about these type of results, what would you say to those that maybe are actually financially capable, but they don't have someone directly in their circle that they can ask about the opportunity?
I would just, ask them, talk to them about their current situation. Maybe, talk to them about my experiences and relate to them, on a personal level. And not try to like, sell them on anything, but just,
Yeah,
share my experience, right?
yeah.
And then, make them let them make their own choice. You
Which is always the best way to do
know?
any sort of transaction is it's just, hey, what is your situation currently? What are you looking to see? What's
Hmm.
where are you currently and where do you want to be? Maybe
Hmm.
what's the reason why you're not there, perhaps in your estimation? And and then show what we have, and if it makes sense to them and they are the right type of person that we're looking for, again, being a like-minded individual, somebody who is not trying to get rich quick or expects overnight success or has unrealistic expectations. And then they are somebody who's, a genuine person, someone who's, like kind of not over the top and overly like, just too much like the way that you are right now, like somebody that we could, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and just enjoy a conversation. And then the last piece is the contribution to the community. What
Hmm.
what type of impact can you have on other community members? And so for you, 30 years of experience in the IT space, what we love to be able to do, and we wanted to be able to give you a few months to get acclimated and everything, it's like, oh, great, this is actually something that I signed up for and I'm happy about it. So we give our clients some time to, get used to how the results look and what the processes look like. But then, we do ask if it's at all in your interest to be able to speak to another person in the community that has like a child. So we have clients that are 40, 50, 60 years old. They've got kids that are 14, 16, 18 years old. They want to figure out what they want to do in life. Do they want to go to college? Do they want to start their own business? Do they want to join the military? And for people that have decades of experience, we love to pair those younger individuals with somebody like yourself or with that has that all the expertise that can just share some insight, right? It's not
Hmm.
necessarily giving advice so much. It's just more so, like you just said, sharing their personal journey and their story,
Hmm.
be able to answer any questions. Is that something that here in the next few months that you would be open to potentially doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I would. I wish, when I was going through all this stuff that I had, someone to impart some wisdom to me, but yeah, I'd be more than happy to help out with that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so the last thing on my end, I'm not sure if you saw about our upcoming event in September. It's something that we're really excited about, and we would love to be able to see you there. Is that something that maybe is possible for you?
No, I looked at the date, and unfortunately, we're going to be out of the country on that date. We're going to Japan. So yeah,
Nice. Love it. You
yeah.
you you've been to Japan before?
No, this will be our first time. Yeah,
Oh, excellent. That's so exciting.
yeah.
Where in Japan? Just Tokyo or?
We're gonna do like the more classical Japan, not the big city,
Nice.
Japan. So I want to see like all the castles and all the history about all the countryside in Japan. So
I love it. Cherry
yeah.
blossoms and all.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
excellent. I love it. And the one thing I say when I went to Thailand, I landed in the Tokyo airport and I was like, this is like the nicest airport that I've ever been to in my life.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
it was a great experience, and I just knew just based off of the airport that Japan is a really nice country, and I would be excited to have the opportunity to go. So that's fun. That's exciting for you and the family. I'm happy to hear that you guys will be able to do that. So, well, I mean, Sonny, for me, that's all that I had in terms of. I
Hmm.
appreciate the feedback. Do you have any questions for me while we're on the line?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, how this is a fantastic opportunity. I'm just curious, like, how long will this last? How long can we rely on this? You know?
Yeah. For for years to come, right?
Yeah.
So, our trading teams, plural, are, they're traders, right? Just like you
Hmm.
enjoy trading, like they've been doing it for years and years and years, and they're successful with it. So the one thing that they're, excited about is their success, right?
Hmm.
In terms of actual profits and things. But then the other thing they're excited about is the continued growth, right?
Hmm.
They've gotten, bigger clients than us, right? So we're kind of the small fish in the
Hmm.
pond here because most of their clients are high net worth individuals and things like that. So they're going to continue to deliver these results. And so we're excited because we do have a very, very solid relationship, business and personal relationships that have been built over the years. And they see us now. It's like we've kind of put our money where our mouths are, so to speak. Like I have hundreds of, several hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own personal accounts, but also our executive team does as well. So that was kind of like the genesis of everything. And then as we've done well as far as ATN, as far as presenting the opportunity, they're like, okay, you guys are actually viable partners, in terms of, increasing the assets under management. So
Hmm.
they see this as it's no longer a, hey, could you help us out? Can you provide this opportunity for us to be able to help other people? And what they see it now as like a genuine partnership of, wow, like you guys are actually able to deliver some of the numbers that we didn't know that was actually possible with you. We just liked you and your team and everything. So this is going to last for years to come.
Yeah, just one more question. How do I get more money to invest?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
Right?
you know what? We do have a tiered referral system that we're just introducing. And so one of the things that we do have clients now to do is they're ambassadors. So
Hmm.
for people that are maybe on the fence, they're like, I want to speak to a reference. Who's somebody that's actually, had this service. We have a list of people that are, references for us that are willing to speak to other people. So you can do that, and we're able to offer a credit for those things if they do decide to join. We're all able to offer you a credit to be able to apply towards your account. And then also, as far as the referrals, if you do have people that we just sent out a tiered referral system chart the other
Hmm.
day.
Yeah, I got
So
that. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So if you take a look at that and, there's people that maybe aren't able to start at the 30, 40K level, but they are able to start at the 15 or so K level. If you are able to refer someone successfully for that, then we're able to give a 10% credit to you for upgrades or credit to your account or things of that nature. So that's a way to be able to really boost the balance of your account as well by bringing, people that are like yourself into the community, or being able to share your story with those that are, interested outside.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the questions I had, Aaron.
Love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, I appreciate your time for answering my questions, and I'm glad that we were able to get connected. We'll probably connect here in the next few weeks. Again, like I said, there's going to be some periodic check-ins, but I appreciate you being transparent, and we'll talk really soon.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you and the ATN team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Love
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Enjoy your day. Have a great
All
weekend.
right.
Talk
You
soon.
too. All
Bye.
right. Bye.
So every 30 days, I talk one-on-one with my clients, and that was their experience. If you want to learn more on how we help our clients earn 60% or more per year, then click the link in the description below.